You end a short story when you have nothing more to say about it. It's really as simple as that. But obviously, it's easier said than done. So, to understand how much you have to say about a certain character or an event or an episode, you need to learn how to sort of cultivate that kind of a level of sincerity and honesty with the language as a writer. So that is something that comes with practice, when you realize, oh, you have nothing more to say, and then you can just stop where you want to. But there's a lot of mental kind of baggages that we have with respect to writing fiction, because there's this myth that, for instance, the protagonist needs to undergo some fundamental change at the personal level in order for a story to be a short story. But that doesn't have to be the case. It's not true. If you read certain short stories by like Grace Paley or Alice Munro, and so what happens in a lot of these stories that feel like they don't have a plot, um, is that the reader goes a fundamental change, because these stories are about people who don't have that kind of capacity for change, and it's worth writing about characters who don't have that capacity for change. But just as long as you can sort of affect the reader in a way that they would end the story and still keep thinking about it for at least some time. And so I think a good short story must end in a way that it both invites and resists interpretation, in the words of Donald Bartham.